Welcome to another episode of Entrepreneurs in Fuego. With me, I have the distinct pleasure of having just an amazing entrepreneur, Monae Baca. You're the entrepreneurs because you do everything, and you have had an amazing journey to get to where you are. Monae
Yes.
Baca, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Anytime. Tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Well, I come from southern New Mexico, from a very diverse family from Spain and Mexico.
Wow.
And was around very smart business owners. My grandfather, for one, and my mother was a business owner as well. So kind of was seeded into who I am today.
So it all harkens back to how you were raised and the people that raised you.
Yes, my grandfather was a very big part of my life. So I was inspired by him very early on in my life.
What inspired you? What gave you that inspiration from him? Was it his savviness in business? What was it about him that made you the woman that you are right now?
I think the struggle that he went through and the pitfalls, and definitely being a minority, an immigrant of the United States.
Trump is going to fix all that. Don't worry about
yeah,
it. So
I'm
we're
sure
not going to
he
have no
is.
more immigrants.
I'm sure we're going to build the wall for him too. Who does he think is going to build the wall? So my grandfather, I just saw that how he intertwined in a pretty dominant Caucasian world, and he was very successful in what he did, everything he put his hands on, and just being around that just influenced me as a woman, number one, and it influenced his children as well, getting educated and seeing that through my mother's eyes. And my mother, as a single mother, not by choice, but she owned her own business. And so I think deep down I knew that I didn't want to have a boss. So, and I'm a little bossy myself. So
I wouldn't call it bossy. And here's the difference, if I may. The difference is that you are assertive. You are a woman that knows what she wants, and therefore, in women, and that's the thing. We perceive that as being bossy, but you're assertive. You command what you want, and if the same description were applied to man, you would say, oh yeah, he's a great leader, he's a great boss. But you're not bossy. I think in my perception, where I see, and for what I've met you, you are assertive. You're a leader. That's not being bossy.
I always tell people, I've been told that I'm somewhat aggressive, and I said, well, if I was a man, it wouldn't be a problem. I said, I just try to really go after what I want. I see I'm focused, I set my goals, and I go after what I want, and I don't think that, I'm never going to apologize for that, and I haven't yet, so.
Did you find that trait that you had was a little bit of a hindrance, the fact that you were a minority? Like a triple minority, right? The fact that you're a woman, the fact that you came from immigrants, they're Hispanic. Did you see that as a hindrance in the business world?
Oh yes, then I chose a profession that was at the time 22 years ago was very male dominant.
Which was?
Insurance.
Okay.
So you saw the insurance image of a man, in a blue blazer and a tie, and of a Caucasian descent. That was what we visioned. I mean, my mother's insurance agent was that person, and. I did have some pitfalls. People didn't want to do business with me because I was very young when I started this business.
So there weren't any role models that looked like you that were in the insurance business. So I'm sorry, go ahead.
I had no role models whatsoever. I surrounded by myself around people that knew more than I did, number one.
Right.
And the answer no was never an option for me. No, really? Okay, well, the next person will say yes. So I was very determined to be successful. And I didn't have a choice. Failure was not an option in my vocabulary.
Right.
Being a single mother myself, I was a widow, and I had to put bread on the table. And with my daughter, and I raised a very independent, assertive daughter as well. And no was not an option for me.
You are giving us the epitome of the picture of what a role model looks like. Because again, I mean, you are assertive, you're a leader, You might be bossy in the maybe just clinical sort of definition, but a lot of women that are coming out of school that want to get into your business, which is insurance, they might be looking at this and be going, you know what? It's okay, right? It's okay to be assertive. It's okay to be a leader. It's okay to voice your opinion when you need to in front of anybody who is in that room, male, female.
Yeah, everybody puts their pants on the same way, one leg at a time.
I don't.
And you do it twice.
I wear dresses.
There you go. And I just, I look at it, we're all people, and we all have a voice, and you need to respect that voice. And whether I'm a female or a male or Hispanic or Caucasian, it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, I'm a human.
Sure.
And everybody wants to be heard. And I've learned over the years to be a little bit more tactful instead of being more, out there, more, in your kind of face kind of person. But you learn that.
But right. But that comes with learning the business. That comes with age. That comes with a little bit of experience, and learning how to take advantage of diplomacy sometimes to get what you want.
Exactly.
So that's just a tactic. That's not being bossy. That's not being less bossy or more bossy. It's just being smart.
Well, yeah, and you learn that just with travel and with different experiences in my life, you just learn how to be able to communicate a little bit better than when you were 22 years old. You're able to have a conversation with a brilliant man like yourself and be in the conversation in it.
You're so sweet.
Thank you.
But you're just biased.
Maybe a little.
But that's cool, and that's the message that we want to give out there. That hey, if you're thinking that because of that you're Hispanic, that you're a woman, and that you're going into an industry that perhaps is still male dominated, or at least to a large extent male dominated.
Trying to change that a little bit.
I have no doubt that very quickly you would have changed that single-handedly. That it's okay. That is okay to go into something like that.
It is. I mean, I always, even with my daughter, whatever she put her mind set to, okay, that's what you want to do, let's do that. If it was construction or whatever it was, I never gave her that idea that she couldn't do it.
Right on.
Yeah.
You're an amazing woman, man.
Thank you.
I mean, you're very look, we talk here about the journey that you had, and we all know that you had a tough journey. So it's part of the purpose of the show is to deglamorize the idea that things are easy being an entrepreneur.
It's not.
It takes hard work.
A lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, and there's times that you doubt yourself. You're like, what was I thinking? Who did I think I was doing this?
What do you do? What do you do in those instances? How do you get out of that?
I'm an optimist first and foremost. I always see the glass half full, even when it's a learning experience. Even whenever you've been at your pitfalls, okay, what can I do differently? What could I have done to better the situation?
Right.
And so it's called awareness, making your mind say, okay, yes, I can get up, I can do this tomorrow, I'm going to do it even better today. So that's kind of like what I try to do every day.
So exactly, and then you just get out of that
funk.
that pity party that you might be having.
The pity party of one and Monae don't really mix very well together.
Nice, nice. Best advice you're going to give our entrepreneurs?
Be passionate about what you do and go for it, and don't let fear ever get in the way, because fear depletes the road to success.
I like that. Fear depletes the road to success. Can I kind of borrow that?
You can.
Because I like that. Fear depletes the road to success. It really does. And so you are a strong woman. You're fearless. You look at something, you want something, and you go after it.
I try to.
You don't try to. You do it, man. I know you. You're phenomenal. What are your goals for the next 3 years? Where do you want to be?
Well, I'm venturing out on different things, real estate, and I'd like to see myself more of a role model in the aspect of teaching people about this industry that I'm in, and I'm in the position now to do that. So I'm kind of giving back more than I've ever done in my life.
You're becoming a teacher.
Yes.
An educator, basically.
Actually, what I went to school for and never did.
Isn't that something how things kind of circle back
My mom
into?
says, you're finally using that education we paid for.
You're just... Give me a kiss, honey. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You're just an awesome individual. I really admire you, really from the bottom of my heart, because we get a lot of people out there, men and women, that want to just have, just want to listen to other persons such as yourself say, yeah, go ahead. Don't fear. Don't fear. Just go out there. Do it. Get it done. Get it done. Get it done.
Make it happen.
Make it. I like that. Make it happen. Sounds good. With that, we're out.